Summertime, 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 summertime. Monster Steam Sale, June 15th, 2015, the 5th day. Genius Pie Trap, not the Jamies, as you probably thought from that wonderful tune I just sang there. But I'm here to bring you this day 5 of the Steam Summer Sales, just giving you my recommendations. I'm posting a video every day. First up, I want to talk about the Divinity franchise. Excellent, excellent series. If you the newest one, which is very highly regarded, many people's game of the year, Divinity Original Sin, very well worth the price of $26.79, though I do feel it's a little bit expensive for the Steam sale. If you waited this long to buy it, I think you can wait a little bit longer for it to go even cheaper yet, which I'm sure it'll do. Go ahead and pick up, though, the second one, Divinity 2, the developer's cut here for $3.99. Excellent price and an excellent game, and you'll be able to tell whether or not from there if you like Divinity. But it's much like a Diablo-style RPG, though I feel much better than the Diablo series. It's got a great story. Definitely worth checking out. Galactic Civilizations, that's a turn-based strategy game. Personally, I much prefer the Sid Meier's Civilization games, which are still on sale today. But if you want more turn-based strategy in space, go ahead, pick it up. But I do recommend the Sid Meier's games over that. Gary's Mod, I'm sure most of you know what Gary's Mod. That's a great price at $4.99. This is basically, you know, to kind of have a lot of fun with it, though, you have to have a bunch of other Valve games to go with it, which I'm sure a lot of you do. But it has been cheaper. It's been down to $2.49, but classic game that you'll definitely have $5 worth of fun at. Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. I personally don't get into these at all. A lot of people love them. I know they're a huge hit on YouTube. Just if you have never played it and just want to see what all the fuss is about, pick up the first one. And from there, you're going to tell whether or not you like the second and the third one. Rise, Son of Rome. Great graphics. It's a lot of fun. Very short, though. Very repetitive. I'm going to give it a pass at $13.59. It is a lot of fun if you like hack and slash beat 'em ups. It's great. It makes your computer sweat a little bit because of the graphics requirements. But at $13.59, I'm going to say pass for the Steam sale. If it was a normal sale, I would maybe recommend it, but that's a lot to spend for that game at this point in time. I normally don't like stealth games, but with Dishonored, you can play it out like a stealth game and you mess up and it turns into an action game where you can bring out guns and swords and stuff. A lot of fun. Great deal at $4.99. Be aware, though, that it is on sale often. I mean, I've seen it at this price before. I'm sure it'll be again, but great pickup at $4.99. Excellent game. Project Zomboid, early access game. A lot of people seem to like it. I could not get into it at all. It's another zombie survival game with like an over-the-top view. I just didn't really find it fun. I really couldn't get into it. To be honest with you, I didn't give it a big chance, and it's been a while since I played it, so maybe I'll go back and give it another shot. But it's been in development for a while now, and the times I've played with it, I just could not, it didn't put its hooks in me and I couldn't get into it. For me, that's a pass, but it might be something you want to look at too. $9 is kind of a lot to spend for it, I think. Bioshock franchise, huge fan of the Bioshock franchise. I like them a lot. This triple pack right here for $10.48, that is a lot of great gaming for $10.48. Highly recommended. If you just want to pick up one to try it out, just start with the first one, Bioshock at $3.99. Great game. I personally recommend all three of them, to be honest with you. But if you just want to be cheap about it and spend the $3.99, just check out the first one and go on from there. Next sale, pick up part 2. Dead Rising franchise. The only one I really had a lot of fun was with the latest one, number 3. And I really liked that game a lot. I liked it enough to play through the whole entire thing. It's got great quests, great side stories. It's kind of an open world environment, a lot of hack and slash type thing. $19.99 though, I think is overpriced. If you've waited this long to pick up Dead Rising 3, I say wait a little bit longer. I would have liked to seen $10. I would have definitely recommended it, but too much at $19.99. The Long Dark, another early access survival game. I didn't really like this as much as some of the other early access survival games that are out there. It is single player only, so don't expect something like Rust where you're running around meeting people. So, and that might be a positive for some. For me, it is a positive. I like playing these games once in a while, not having to worry about people running up on you and killing you and all that kind of stuff. Deathtrap at $9.99. Another really fun game. This is a tower defense game, but with like a Diablo over-the-top warrior RPG type twist to it. $9.99. I kind of feel that should be the price of what the game should be at normal. $20 is just too much for that game, so 50% off, pass, wait for a better deal, even though it is a pretty fun game. If you really like tower defense games, though, it might be something you want to check out. Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. I like this game a lot. $1.49. Excellent game for $1.49. Works very well with a controller, though. I couldn't imagine playing it with a mouse and keyboard. So if you have a 360 controller around or something like that with two sticks, definitely a recommended. This is a RPG story-rich game. Shadow Warrior franchise on sale. Excellent price. I say buy, buy, buy. This was my game of the year a couple years ago. Excellent fun. Great first-person shooter with a lot of melee involved as well, like katana, powers. It's just non-stop action. Blood flying everywhere, dismemberments. Just a great, great game. And not only was it a lot of action, but a great story. I really got into the story of the game. Great voice acting. It's funny. Highly, highly recommended. And they just announced part 2 of this is coming out, so very highly recommended. Toxic, just a real quick on Toxic. This is a early access game. It's a first-person shooter, kind of like an Unreal style game. Not a lot of people playing it right now. That's why I say tread with caution. Only 38 people playing right now. So it's kind of hard to say whether or not this is going to have an audience or not. But I really hope it does. So if, you know, I don't want to discourage you guys from buying this, because I hope this game has an audience, because it looks like a lot of fun. I haven't bought it myself yet, but it's got vehicles. I really like that type of game. But I kind of still feel $12.72 is a little much. They should have really priced this at $7 to kind of build up their player base, because I think that's why it's stopping a lot of people from buying it. Craft the World, it's okay fun. I think $6.64 is too much to pay for it. Same with Gang Beasts, $13.39. A lot of fun for local co-op, but $13.39 pass. Savage Lands, I like Savage Lands a lot. It's a lot like The Forest. Great art style. I like it better than The Forest, mainly because of the art style and the type of enemies that you're battling. It's just something other than zombies. Which I guess The Forest really isn't technically zombies neither, though they're kind of jungle zombies. But either way, I think this is a great game. What I really feel good about this game is the developer is very, very passionate about his game. He's on the message boards all the time. They do updates all the time. They're gonna do magic in this game, so it's a lot like Skyrim, but open world, survival, crafting. Though it doesn't have the magic yet, unless that just got recently updated. But still, the way it sits right now, it's a good game, it's fun. Scribblenauts Unlimited, also for $4.99, is the new Scribblenauts Unmasked. Personally, I don't feel you need both Scribblenauts games. I do like one. I'm glad I owned it. I played enough to go through it. 2 of them is overkill for me, but if you don't know what it is, it's worth buying just to see what it's about, because it's a lot of fun. If you like using your imagination, you will like Scribblenauts. Killer is Dead. This is a Suda51 game that has a great art style. It could be a good game, except it is a lousy PC port. Lots of bugs that are still going on today, even after a year or so after it being released. $3.99 though, I think it's kind of worth to take a gamble at. Otherwise, I would not recommend this game at all. Story About My Uncle for $2.59. That's a great game to pick up. This is a first-person platforming parkour type game. Think Mirror's Edge, But it's got a great story as well. For $2.59, it's worth picking up. I like that price for that game. Alice Madness Returns. This is a platformer. This is on sale all the time. I say pass, and if you're really interested in this, save your money and wait for it to be on sale, which I'm sure it will be a month or so from now. Tales of Magiel, am I saying that right? Tales of Magiel, I'm sure someone will correct me on it. Great roguelike RPG, turn-based. If you are into roguelikes at all, at $1.39, you have to pick this up, basically. Worth a shot. Even if you're interested, if you've never played a roguelike and you're interested in one, $1.39 is a great price. I don't feel it's the best roguelike out there, but it is darn good, for sure. It's a lot of fun. $1.39, pick this one up. Trials Fusion at $6.79. I gotta give this one a pass. There's just too many problems with the PC version of this game, and it's just not as fun as some of the older Trials games. I really hope this series can return to form at some point, but this game is just, do not support it. It's also got Uplay, which makes it even worse. I give this one a pass. I love the atmosphere of the Shadowrun franchise. Turn-based RPG. Go ahead and pick up the first one. I believe it's very cheap. $2.99. I personally couldn't get into the gameplay too much, but a lot of people really like this game. $2.99 is worth a gamble. And if you like it from there, I mean, I think the newest one is still overpriced at 33% off. But go ahead and pick up the newest one if you are into turn-based RPGs at all. Plus, look at this art style. I just really enjoy the art style. Alright, and that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Genius Pie Trap, over and out. Later. Bye.
Victory.
The outcome was never really in doubt.
Eat my dust!
Let's have a go at it!
Godspeed, you magnificent bastard!
Giddy up!
It is good time to be giant man!
Guts and glory!